I have to let the cat into the house. Scratching at the door. 8 ball. Scratching. You missed something you called for. Scratching. The white ball goes into a pocket. Any pocket. There are 6. Happy hour. I'm reading something. Happy hour begins over drinks, and I'm going the lost spirit. I say happy hour begins at 4:20. The most excitement you can have is in overtime, where the first goal wins. And in the 80th minute of a hockey game, because when you start a hockey game, there's 60 minutes. When you go into overtime, normally in the playoffs, there is another 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes. 1,200 seconds. 12 o'clock, 1,200 seconds, 20 minutes. 20 minutes, 1,200 seconds, 10 minutes, 600 seconds. So I'm doing a little bit of creating an equation, a situation, trying to understand the differences of the numbers, what's going on according to sports. Since everything is a recreation of creation or an alter creation following the same number values, okay, coming from one of the sports. Could be hockey, baseball, football, soccer, darts. Darts is a sport. And one is a one-on-one sport. One is like in golf. It's a singularity sport, but you can play in teams. Hockey is a team, and you're playing against other teams. So even in pool, interrupted. Why is my house looking like this? Where am I coming from? What am I thinking of? Happy hour, 4:20, hockey game, 60 minutes. Now, I don't really do things in advance. And is it because, like, once I get the spur of the moment, I have to do it right now? And if I write it down now and come back to it later, it's not the same for me because it just keeps expanding and I forget the heart-filled energy. It's like row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Am I rowing my boat down the stream? Down the stream. What if I was rowing up the stream? What tells me the difference between up and down? I always thought it was up and down. Well, that would be north, no? Or that would be north. It gets very confusing on this earth. So why don't we look at things a little bit different? Okay, got to put it on pause. So where was I with this? So yes, so I have to stay along with the story that's coming in, my flow. I want to stay with my flow. And then if I have to go over anything, you saw it live. That was a real bless you. So 4:20 in a hockey game. So even if the game ended after 20 seconds, we still had to come into that prepare for the 20-minute period. It still took the 15-minute break. There are only 2 15-minute breaks in a hockey game. 15 minutes for you and 15 minutes for me. The total is 30, but it was combined 15 and 15 minutes. 15:51. 1:51. What is the difference between 15:51 and 1:51? 15:51 is 4 numbers. Let's just do this. 15:51 is 4 numbers. 1:51. Okay, I just want to see something. 775 times 2, 775 and 7. Let me see this. Okay, 775. Okay, and 1 and 775. That when you add them together, right? But when you add it this way, this becomes 1 in itself. This will become 14, and this will become 14. It'll be 5, 5, 1, and then it'll be 5, 5, 2. In 5, 1, you're talking about the E world of Mars, and 5, 2, you're talking about the E world of Earth, both inside of what is freedom of the gateway of 55 of ho, 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 rotation of the sun. Where does this all come from all of a sudden? It's all math. 25 and 10 is where 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equaling to 35. Y, J, like the Jeep, right? This is also 71, which is the Q gate, which is the reverse alphabet of J. 35, which equals to 15, O, which equals to 08, H, like in ho. You have number 23. This is number 15. This is number 8. This is also, okay, the dividing of the gates, but within the spirit. I think I'm going to try and understand, because there's a 1 here. I'm not sure if it goes 0, 1, and 2 only, or 1, 2, and 3. I have to try and understand which way this links. Is this where the cue ball comes off and I send everything into action? The reason I'm saying this is 1 divided by 3 equals to 0.333. So I'm using this area, what is less than 3. And then you'll have the same thing for 2 divided by 3 equals to 0.666. They're the only ones that are less than 3. After that, it begins with 1. I said ho, 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 because 23, 23, 23 equals to 69. And after that, everything converts. 1 more 23 will equal to 83. And a little disturbance. What's going on, kid? Hey? What's going on? I'm going to try and remember what I'm doing. I'm going to explain to you. Everything is a put together of an equation. In order to come back and figure out where to put the piping, somebody would say, well, the coordinate area space in your lot of this size and the apartment squared off in all your rooms of this side and this length, you're going to come up with a certain answer that you're going to know exactly what's going on, right? Just like I said, if I told you that I have 19 pounds of fish, right? Somebody else will say, 19 pounds. 19 pounds. That's going to be 304, or the 304th day. 19 and 16 are inverts of each other in numbers. 19 times 16 is 304. Halloween is the 304th day of the year, representing from Halloween to the 364th day, from Halloween to Jesus in the cube inside the moon. How do I know all this? What do I know? Ask me. What happens is the third 304th day of the year is Halloween. It is DC. It is creation of the D angle of the 10 world. What is that 10? I don't know. But it's when they create a fourth corner, if you want to look at it that way. Because all rotation in numbers is 1, 2, 3, and then the thumb again, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. You know, that's the way it is. It's just 1, 2, 3 in this world that we're using here. There's also 1. There's all the numbers. I have to see the situation I'm talking about to better understand it. I don't want to talk quick. Sad man in the back. I just see the formations. I see formations. When you have 1 to 4 to 7, it's 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 3 is 7. You're landing right on. But to fill in the gap here, number 2 and 3, 5 fills in the gap. So it's 1, 5, 4 if you want to look at it another way. And then between 4 and 7 is 5 and 6, so it's 11. It becomes 5 and 2, Earth's heart. And over here between 1 and 5, between 2 and 5 is 3 and 4, and that's 7. Between 5 and 8 is 6 and 7, 13. 1 and 3 is 4, 7 and 4. You have energy, you have Jesus. You have 58, 85. You have he. What is he? That's the numeric value that is missing. Between here and here, it's 3 and 4, 7. Between here and here, it's 2 and 3, so it becomes 5 and 7. Between over here, it becomes 4 and 5. It becomes 5, 7, and 9. Over here, it's 7 and 8. It becomes 15. Let's say the 15 ball. Here would be the 7 ball, if we want to look at it that way. But the thing is, there's only 2 and 2 numbers here. The 2 numbers here, 5 and 6, and the 2 numbers here, 2 and 3, equals to 16. The 2 numbers here, 6 and 7, 13, and 7 creates 20. And the 2 numbers here, 15, and the 2 numbers here, 9, creates 24. 24, 20, and 16. 24, 20 is 44, 54, 60. That's the area space. If we're just talking about here, between here and here is 6. The only number is 6, and the only number is 4, so that's 10. The missing numbers between 1 and 5, the center number is 3. The center number is 7. 3 and 7. The total is 10, 10, 20. So we don't know which 10s we're talking about, which numbers we're talking about, the hidden numbers inside this calculator. So we were talking about the hockey game. We were talking about what's the difference between 50 and 51. Well, when it's 4 numbers, this is what would be a Mars subject. 4 by 27 is 108. That would be the Mars subject, which is 3 times 36, which is the cycle until it becomes the mirror. And this would be the Earth subject. Okay, 3 times 36, and then when Earth comes in, okay, it's no longer the same. Why 3 times? The total here, okay, where am I? 4 numbers. I'm going to do an alphabet reverse rule, which means every single area space reverse. Instead of using numbers, I'm going to use just letters. Do it the way I do the alphabet. Do it by number 26. You can do it by more. I can do it by 36. The opposites can be 37. The opposites can be 27, 1 and 26, 1 and 36, equaling to these answers over here. I can do it by the cube, 1 over to what is the furthest distance as 6. The reverse would be 7. The reverse is 37. So this would be 1. This would be 9. That would be your reverse in this scenario. There are 10 numbers, 26 to 36. There are 10 numbers missing. Is that right? 27, 28. Right, there's 10 numbers missing. What is the reason for that? Is it because of A, B, C, D equaling to 10? But there's 10 numbers missing. Which would be the other numbers? If this would be the beginning numbers, would you be taking away this over here? And we play the alphabet from E, U, 5 and 21 equaling to 26. No, that can't be possible. W, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D. So the next one is E. Oh, it's V. Sorry, it's EV. And now we're starting to repeat for electric vehicles, right? We're starting to, and this equals to 27. The reverse, these are the reverse alphabet. 5 and the 22nd letter. I don't want to do the mathematics of that. Hold on a second. The 22nd letter. So we would have 16 in between plus 1 and 1, right? Numbers. So there'll be a total of 18 numbers. Is that correct? 5 over to 22. We don't use the last 4. We don't use the first 4. And one of the things about this is J that it equals in that value of 10. Like Geneva. Eve. Maybe that's why Eve is missing from Adam. I'm just trying to think on my own. Here's Bob, which is 13013, 303, 304. The cat's in the way. So what was I talking about? Yeah, I was talking about 420. So just before we end the video, right? And I've done this before, and I'm going to keep doing it until I understand it myself. 4 balls, okay, a grand slam, a par 4, you scream 4, making to be aware. 4 balls gets you to first base. Now, usually at first base, you would either have an X or an O because you're kissing. That's what happens when you get to first base, right? And a grand slam, I guess you're doing the whole thing. But in baseball, you get RBIs. You get 3 plus 1 RBI counting yourself. You're the missing corner to the rest of the game. And then you're connected to the altar game over here. You're connected inside to the altar world, and you see the way here we got the Y coming over the Y, over here Y over Y. I'm not sure of the whole understanding of what this is yet, but it's an explanation of what was 4 corners to what became the cube, and it just keeps somehow, you know, standing up one way, and then it's depending on what you're doing with it, it can be standing up the other way. And you don't even have to do it this way, right? The way I put, did I just put one in the other? Is that what I did? What did I do in order to, like, what happens? Where's that next corner? What happened to the next corner? See the elongated cube that goes along with it? But I'm not gonna do that. What else was there? Anyways, I'm just fooling around. I'm very unhappy that I just did that. Where else am I going with this? So Grand Slam, par 4, 18, 19, 18 and 16 is 34 plus 1. I like to count this one. I want to count 1 and 2 separately. It is, see, the reverse alphabet is 27, right? So you're going to go 27 days, okay, plus 1. And what you're going to do is you're going to go 27 days plus 2. And then you're going to go 27 days plus 1 plus 2. Or plus 2 plus 1. When you go bowling and you get a turkey, so we have to understand 25 equals to what is Y, 25, 35, 36. 41 is the key, and RUT is 38, 48, 58, 59. Use the vowels separately, RT. So these are the 28 days in the month, the 29 days in the month, sorry. Wow, we don't have 29 days in the month, so that would be 2 and 1 equaling to what is, no, that was right, sorry. Different equation. This equals to the 29th day when it's a leap year. So when it's a leap year, you don't have the 1 spirit. So then after that, it becomes the 30 days, okay? And this is the mirror. And then after that, it becomes 2 and 2, which equals to life, equals to the 31 days. And this would be busting out at monkey. 22, 2 and 2, 2 times 2, 2 plus 2. Where does this come from? This is just an equation I made up. Well, why don't I go to 28, noted to be the cycle on the moon, 1 to 28. Okay, 1 to 28 equals to, that's 56, and 351 equals to 407. Wow, that is good. It is the blue gate. It is energy. It is, this is where the cube comes in with Mars. I don't know how to explain it. This all zeros equal to 4 or 6. I put it to 6. 4 is less than. It can equal to 10. A, B, C, D, right? Equals to all 10. That's why you have 0. But it's 6 because you added on yourself, which is 4. A, B, C equals to 6 plus 4 equals to a total of 10, 34, 24, and 10. It is the DC world split gate. We were replicized. So anyways, this is where I get, so we're back to the Grand Slam. But you can't play 4 innings in a baseball game and call the baseball game, what's it called? It's can't put it in the books in 4 innings. Sometimes it's a rain out, sometimes it's not. Cat scratching at the door, black ball, what's scratching in pool. Letters you can create on the pool table and letters you cannot. Well, let's do this real quick. If we had a pool table, right, and here's my letters, we need to be able to put it. So the I would be created this way because we can go all along the sides and we can join the pockets. Next, the L would be from this pocket to this, through this pocket, over to this pocket, and over to here. And now we can have the L. The A, okay, cannot be done, but the V can be done. So if you do VI as in 6 life, you have what is shin in Hebrew. You also have, it can be done both ways. And you have the, right, you have the VI and it is a shin. And that would be a Roman numeral 6. You can also do it this way. So now you got X over X, and they each got that 10,000 bar on it for 20,000. 20,000 and 20. What other letters? Can you do the B? Well, you can do the number 8. You can do the number 6, right? You can do the number 6 if you want to, right, if you want to do it that way. You can do the number 9. You can do the number 111, but this is the only free one you'll have in the center. Now you note that once this is created, you can also create other letters using what is in between, because you can, in builder's formation, you can only use certain areas that are properly marked. And also, we can do this on the pool table. And now I've got some other star by just connecting all my pockets. But Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.